What we do here is go back.
Extra time. Wow.
Wow.
I dropped it. Wow.
Raul. No, not even him. But what we are going to be talking about is Jose Mourinho.
Trophyless Mourinho.
Trophyless Mourinho, and where he stands. Not of all time and all of that stuff. None of that malarkey. I just want to delve into like his playing style.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like old fashioned? And I know people have spoken about that many times before, but can we like write it off? Like, can we say, nah, it just doesn't work anymore? Like, new manager, just like that.
No,
straight answer.
Yes, full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, he's done so much in the game, and like,
I think he changed the game.
He definitely changed the game.
Definitely.
But at this point, is it like he's done so much to get to where he's gotten to, and now, even if his style isn't working, there's no way he's gonna change it up to fit what suits the modern game.
Yeah.
Because that will just be a lost cause for him. He'll be doing something that he doesn't know.
This was the issue with a manager like Wenger.
Yeah.
Is he was so used to playing a certain type of way. He had done so much under what he was good at doing.
Yeah.
That when the game evolved and moved on, he wasn't really there. And it was hard for him to catch up because a lot of the things that, like we're talking about in away games, the game preview was he didn't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Because in his time it was easy. You could go out and spend 5-10 million. I think we bought Henry for like 10 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it was like you build him up into a good player.
Yeah.
Whereas now it was like literally teams like Man City were literally like, right, we want the best players. Ready made, done, buy him, finished.
So where does Mourinho come into that category? Does he get the best and like?
I think the issue with Mourinho's style in general is I don't think he's actually very good at man management.
But he used to be though.
He used to be.
He used to like Inter Milan players were crying over him like.
Yeah. Chelsea, Inter, and Real Madrid, he was, but I don't know what happened between the time of the last stint he had at Chelsea and United.
New generation, different era.
It was a new generation,
different era,
different way. And
players are sensitive now.
Yeah, it doesn't work because even like in the North London derby, he took off Bale, and you could see Bale's head just dropped.
Yeah,
and it was like.
No, but that's alright. You shouldn't be happy being taken off.
No, but the thing is that he dropped because he was like, oh, why am I being taken off for? But it was like, you're not performing well.
Yeah.
And it's like, genuinely speaking, I think players of this day and age just can't accept that they're not performing well and they need to be taken off. They'll go and, not to be rude, cry about it.
But you know what it is, yeah? He's also a superstar, and that's got into his head. And that might not be a bad thing in some situations, but he's expected to cover Doherty, who is shocking. Like, he had a calamitous game. Like, it was dreadful. And you put Bale on the same wing as him, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Troops made a joke saying that when Doherty sleeps, tonight, closes his eyes, he's gonna wake up in cold sweat seeing Emil Smith Rowe running at him. Close his eyes again and see Tierney on the overlap.
I believe it. I believe it still.
Yeah, he's gonna have he had a nightmare.
Rings around him.
I can't even lie to you. Doherty's an Arsenal fan and it showed. It showed, boy. You know them ones when you want
him
the
and
team
Kane,
to be.
him and Kane still.
Yeah. Nah, he just didn't. Man was just closing his eyes whenever we run. I didn't see none.
No, he's definitely not. He's a wing back, man. He's not a full back. But even still, do you think? I don't know if this is crazy, but is there a direct link between the rise in cancel culture and the demise of Jose Mourinho?
No.
So
I don't think that has anything to do. I don't think there's an actual correlation between that, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Only because.
So I say that.
Why?
So obviously, pre-second wave Chelsea, so Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea, and Porto. Like, he had hard men, yeah, and people that he could get the best out of because he was so driven to be champions, right? And post that, like. The players that he had as his disposable, they've been all like of a new generation who are more sensitive. Like, other than the likes of Ibrahimovic, who obviously did very well when he came to play for us. But then like at Chelsea, like they threw him under the bus. Man United, they threw him under the bus.
Spurs,
like they don't have that mentality.
Do you know what I think I think that's what he doesn't
Snowflakes, they call them. Snowflakes.
They are snowflakes. I think what he's lost in that time is what's the word? Player power. I think that's had a big factor on him, on his way of playing. Because before it was the kind of case, when you go back to his Chelsea squad, anybody that wasn't performing under him, he could replace. And everybody was kind of had a fear of being replaced. Whereas now, even if you take what happened with Tottenham, it's a case where it's like, okay, you're not going to play me. 1 second.
You got the technique still.
Yeah, thank you. I'm practicing. I've been practicing.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's happened
even if you think about how everything's happening at Tottenham, and even at Chelsea, is you upset the superstars, the whole team falls through. Arsenal, when Emery upset Ozil, the whole team fell through. Even when he upset Xhaka, the whole team fell through. United, when he upset Pogba, the whole team fell through. It's like there's this whole idea that you don't upset the big stars anymore. The big stars have the most power. The person with the most power in the dressing room, if you upset them, that's it. The team's gone. You can't get that team back. It's very difficult. And I think that's where he's kind of losing out on, because back in the days of when he was managing Porto's and all those teams, Porto's, Inter, is, for example, let's say Eto'o had a bad game, fine, Eto'o, you're dropped. But the rest of the team are like, you know, I'm going to perform.
Because you got me thinking, because I don't think now more than ever there has been player power, which you mentioned, but back then it was because there wasn't really one star. It was like a whole team. Yeah, there was a whole core in that, like, because a lot of the time it wasn't like you buying this one superstar that's gonna save you. Like, that wasn't really your thing back in the day. Like, Galacticos made that thing, but then they did more than one superstar. But like there was like Maradona at Napoli, but in general, like Man United were filled with superstars. His Chelsea team were filled with superstars. Inter Milan, it wasn't even necessarily superstars, but they were all top players, right? There's only really Real Madrid, that got to that level where it was like, okay, Ronaldo was brought in and started becoming the main man when Jose Mourinho was there. But even still, it wasn't just him at that point. He was still the main man. Anyway, so with that being said, you can take off an Eto'o and it's not that much of a big deal. You can take off like a Lampard or whatever, but now, like, it's like, okay, under Pogba, Man United were in a bad state. So buying Pogba, he was the main guy. With Chelsea, with Chelsea when he came back the second time, I don't know what would have caused it, but yeah, like I just think the players weren't like messing with him. Like, oh gosh, technical errors. I don't know what would have caused it, man.
We'll see these eyebrows.
Is your phone screen damaged?
No. Oh yeah, my phone screen protector.
It's not. Oh, okay, cool. That's alright. Yeah. So with Tottenham, he's got a similar issue. I just think that it's cancel culture still. He's cancelled in the dressing room.
I think with Tottenham,
the players, they all go on TikTok and they're like,
for real. And I think that's what, honestly, I think what you're saying makes sense about the cancel culture, is that it's not just a case of just like, no, we're not playing for you. And I think as well, it's a case of, it's kind of mad, but okay. I'm going to say this, but not offensively to Tottenham, even though it's going to look offensive to Tottenham, because you know how I hate Tottenham and you guys don't win anything. But you know when you're going to like a team like Inter and you've got Samuel Eto'o, Real Madrid, you got Ronaldo. When you're going in there, you're like, right, guys, we're winning the Champions League this season. We're winning this season.
They know what it's about.
They know what it's about. And they know that, okay, cool, just focus, we're winning it this season. You come to Tottenham, a team that's never won anything.
Bell has though.
Bell has. But then you take it, but you think about Poch's Tottenham, Mourinho's Tottenham. Poch's Tottenham, well, at least we were enjoying ourselves. We didn't win anything, but we were going out there and we were playing football. Mourinho's style now is like, I'm bored. We're defending all the time.
No one likes Joe. I'm telling you,
and we're not really winning.
You haven't been under him. You're so fortunate.
Thank God.
This is what he does. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if he ends up winning the League Cup or something, or maybe the Europa League, like, he'll be Tottenham's best manager ever, or like in the last like 13 years or whatever. So it's like he just has that to prove. But then in the process of that, it's like what he's building is not there for the not even the long term, the medium term.
No.
Like the fact that they should be doing much better than what they're doing now. Like like they're players like they
should not be 4 points above Arsenal.
Like they should be they should be in the top 4. Like I think they definitely should be. They've got the squad for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just drains the life out of players. Honestly,
I
think he's done for you now. I'll be real.
No,
I don't see where he goes after this. To be fair.
I think Man United should have been his last team. I think after the Man United and Portugal. The slander. Yeah, I think that would be next. But I think Man United and the slander that he received, he wanted to prove himself, and Tottenham seemed like the perfect project. But I think the issue that he's going to have with Tottenham is, one, the biggest player on that team is Harry Kane. If he decides to finally tell Levy that he's leaving, joke. If I promise you, Mourinho will be out of the door before Kane.
What you saying? Like Kane? Kane?
Yeah.
I zoom into it. You're leaving? Alright, I'm packing my bags. I'm going. Yeah. I can see it's true. Yeah. It's true. But I don't see him getting to next season if he doesn't win the League Cup and he finishes outside the Champions League. What? That's an epic failure.
That's a failure. And that just shows that shows the failure of Mourinho, because
the demise.
Again, I hate to compare the two, but we are rivals. Is if you look at Arsenal and how poor the season has been for them, and everybody's saying how poor Arsenal have been. If tomorrow is the end of the season and this was the table, Mourinho's flopped. Way more than Arteta.
Same number of games played as well. Yeah.
He's flopped way more than Arteta because, one, it's an experienced manager, but actually a decent team.
Yeah.
A far better team than Arsenal have. And a manager that's experienced and won trophies, competing with a rookie manager and a team that they're trying to build.
So yeah, Mourinho's legacy is definitely what's carried him.
Yeah,
what's carried him up. Because the thing is, one of the ones, if he was to retire now, he's still one of the greatest ever. But I just don't see him doing anything going forward. Honestly.
No, I don't see him doing anything going forward neither. I believe that this is his last gig, and I think even winning the Carabao Cup, honestly, for Mourinho's standard, it's not enough.
Yeah, but we're judging him by his own standards. But for Tottenham,
big deal. But honestly speaking, do I see them beating City? Especially how they did against Arsenal?
But you know, sometimes Pep does crazy things in finals, when he doesn't need to.
Yeah. But the thing is,
like we played De Bruyne left back.
Just mysteriously have Joshua Kimmich on the team for some reason.
How did you manage that?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But I think the biggest thing is who was it? Mourinho.
Yeah.
He needs a trophy this season. He needs it. I think this season he needs it more than ever because I think, genuinely speaking, them being in this position this season, if this season ends tomorrow, and they're here, Harry Kane has no reason to stay. Dele Alli has no reason to stay because
if he was to, true.
Don't forget Dele Alli's been outcast most of the season.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I haven't forgotten.
And Pochettino and PSG want him.
Yeah. Where would Kane go though?
I think Madrid. Madrid's got
big
big
problems. Do you think he'll leave the Prem though? Because he's chasing the record, no?
He's chasing the record.
He could be the all-time scorer. He's the only one that I can see that.
And understandably so. And that's a good point because we were talking about this last week and about the whole idea of staying at one club for your whole career and what it brings to you. But there's certain players. For example, take Shearer.
Yeah.
I believe he's won some cups.
Yeah, Blackburn.
Yeah,
he won a Prem.
He won a Prem.
Yeah, and then he went on to Newcastle.
Went to do the record stuff.
Yeah.
His legacy is not just his records; it's his titles. Henri, records and titles. Wrighty, Roy Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie.
Kane needs something.
Ronaldo. Yeah. They're all titles and the records.
But if he gets the League Cup, then.
If he gets the League
Cup. But he might even. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's true.
If he doesn't get the League Cup and they finish this place, I think a lot of Spurs.
But you know what though? You can get the record, go PSG or something, just season, grab a trophy.
Yeah,
you can do it that way. Could do that way.
I mean,
no,
not you.
Not you,
Not you anymore. We have to go to one of the Milan clubs now.
But it's no guarantee in it.
No, but it's true. But I think this season, we could see the disbanding of Tottenham, and if Tottenham disbands this season, Mourinho's done because I've never seen Mourinho build a squad.
Never.
He's never built a squad.
That's the thing, and the thing is, I've never really seen Pep rebuild a squad. I mean, yeah, he kind of built Barca and stuff.
He did it this time with Man City. He's done
no, that's what I'm saying. He's doing it now.
Yeah.
So, but I hadn't seen it before. I'm saying,
yeah.
So he's proven that part about himself. Yeah. Whereas Jose's never done that, and it's crazy, man.
But then, and that's an interesting point as well, because we talk about Pep at Barca, Bayern, and City.
Yeah.
Very similar styles of play, but very different at the same time, because they've been able to fit their teams.
Yeah.
Mourinho has one module and brought it from team to team to team. It doesn't matter who you are, you play that same module.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, left back. that's left back. That's his way of playing, and that has now got, and this is why I say there's a difference between him and Pep. Pep has always been able to adapt to his players.
So Pep's greater than him for sure.
Yeah, been able to adapt to his players.
And I think that sort of defensive, like especially with a big team, like a team that has good players, like that's just gone out the window, man. And like it's weird because when he managed Madrid, like he scored like the most goals or something like that, got a record, like so he can do it. Like obviously when he's got players at his disposal, but yeah, I haven't seen it enough, man. Like I can't, like that Madrid one was a one-off, so I can't say that he's got that in his locker because that was a one-off. But with Pep, for instance, like his philosophy will always live with him. Like even when things are not going so well, he has that same philosophy in it. Like and that's what Mourinho is doing, but it's just not gone well for too long. Do you know what I'm saying? And his stubbornness, which I respect because it's got him to where he is today, is going to be his demise. And it's sad to say, but I think the title should just be like, the demise of Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
And whether cancel culture has influenced it. Because fam, you know these TikTokers, were trying to cancel Eminem. I was like,
who cancels Eminem?
It's mad. But no, the reason why is because it's all the new generation, the young people. They don't know what Eminem was rapping about back in the day.
Cancel Eminem. You can't cancel Eminem.
It's mad. Like,
you see if you cancel Eminem, I'm going to decline your cancel.
Like Marshall Mathers, LP, like they're hearing him talk about like his mum in a closet and that, like chainsaws and all of that stuff, cabinets and just crazy stuff, But Eminem's been known for that. Yeah. But a lot of these lot, they don't know about that stuff, innit? So they're like, oh yeah, let's cancel him. Like so.
Shut up.
The new generation, they're like, Mourinho, he's mean. I was like, can you imagine in the dressing room? They're like, I don't like Mourinho, Bobby.
I said Mourinho is mean. The Tottenham dressing room is saying, Mourinho, he's so mean to me. He's very mean.
No, but you know how sensitive stuff is gone? It's so frustrating. Like, you know, I saw, like, I think Maguire was saying, oh, come on, Rashi. And then Rashi was like, F off, Maguire, like, or Harry, whatever. It's like, F off, like, what am I supposed to do with that? And it was a big deal. I'm like, people shout on football pitches, you know? Like, that's very normal.
Teammates just fight all the time.
But because, especially there's no fans and you can hear everything, like, Harry Maguire was saying something to Wan-Bissaka the other day as well, like, and it was caught and it was on MEN, Manchester Evening News. I was like, what is going on? And I'm happy that Maguire's doing that because I didn't know he had it in him. Like, but as a captain, it makes sense. Like, that's what it should be. So, I just think people have gone too soft, man. Like,
no, they have. But no, I think this is Mourinho's last job. I think he's done for. I think he could be going Portugal next. I think he could go to Portugal. He could become a pundit. Because I actually enjoy him as a pundit. I actually like him as a pundit. He's a bit more fun as a pundit. But no, I think his game time is done because I just don't. He is very archaic.
You want to go off in a high note as well.
Yeah. Let him go off on a high note. His methods are very old school, archaic, and again, I think if Tottenham lose players like Kane and Dele Alli, it's a whole nother reward for them. They're starting from the bottom again, and they're
starting from the bottom now.
What we do here is go back. What we do here is go back.